Western Jaguar with Voyager. Now, Jeff, we talked about this off air because this is from a previous album. Now, what kind of made you decide to, kind of redo it, but kind of bring it back to life?
Yeah, a lot of it just came from, we would play shows in this current setup, and I guess, like, we would play our set, and then someone come up to our merch table afterwards and be like, oh, I really love so-and-so song. Usually it was the last song, which was this song. And they'd be like, do you have that on record? And I'd be like, yeah, we do, but it sounds completely different from the way you've just heard it.
Right.
So it kind of came from that place of being like, these are songs we play live a lot, and the versions we have don't really represent what people who have come to our shows have heard. So it's kind of almost like we want to have a product, or we want to have a CD that we could sell at a show and feel confident being like, yes, like you're buying something that sounds like what you just heard at our show. And that's kind of why we decided to re-record these old ones, because they were different enough and we made them kind of work enough that, yeah, the re-recording made sense.
Right on. Well, it's a great tune, man, and I love what you've done with it. And this whole album, like Memorial, is really, really good. I mean, I really enjoyed it, and like I said, I love the progression and the change, and it shows character as a musician to kind of change and kind of move with different times and different organizations of music. Because that's what a real musician is, you know. I mean, it's nice to kind of play the same sort of thing, but you know you got to progress and move on with it. You know, kind of change it up a little bit, because that's the way you keep the listener's attention. Otherwise, it's essentially like a one-hit wonder. It's like, okay, well, the rest of this is garbage. Why am I bothering, right?
Yeah.
That was so beautifully put.
Well, it's true though, right?
Yeah, no, it's absolutely true. That's what's so good about what you just said. It's spot on. It's brilliant.
So, Mike, I'm going to pass the mic over to you, buddy.
Oh, well, first of all, that's another fantastic track, and it is, that might be the one, actually, where the bass line rumbled out to us earlier in the car, and we were like, oh, he's good, isn't he? Yeah, really, really cool tune. My final question for you, just because I've asked this before to other people on the show, and it was never intentional to be a question that I asked more than once, really, but, you know, nothing's intentional. But just because it just came up, you know, about you re-recording songs, I'm always fascinated by when a song is finished. And people have different opinions on this, but I have my own opinion, but it doesn't mean it's right. But when is a song finished for you? And the reason I ask that specifically today is because a lot of the times people will answer that, well, when it's recorded, that's kind of pretty much it. But then often, like Martin even last week, and even I've said in the past before I was a host and when I was being interviewed, I've sort of said, yeah, when it's recorded, but then again, we probably do change it a bit when we play it live. So you've obviously recorded it again. So those tracks, the ones that you've redone, are they finished now? Or
I wouldn't say so, no. Because this is an interesting question, because it kind of depends on what your definition of like something being done is. Like, will I go back and like, yeah, well, it's like, will I go back and rewrite the lyrics? And like, no, but maybe I'll change the progression. I think it all depends on who I'm playing with and like what kind of fits what I'm doing. I've never been someone who's like, I've written it this way, it's going to get played this way until the end of time. Like, I've always liked messing around with what I've done and playing it differently. And I think if someone comes to our shows, they're going to hear little nuances that are different from even what we recorded on the album like a few weeks ago. So, I don't know. I think music in general is just kind of this like ever-changing, ever-evolving thing. I don't think anyone besides like someone who's playing with tons of backing tracks, like, I don't know, Taylor Swift and her garbage new song, are going to get something identical, exactly the same. And I think that's kind of what's interesting about music, is that it is never finished. There's always this room to kind of grow or re-examine what you're doing.
No,
I suppose it's fluid, isn't it? Music is fluid. And I guess the
There's
other
a
way
better
to
word.
ask that.
Yeah.
Cyclical.
Yeah, but
There's a word to describe my whole rant of.
No, but the other way to, that's my job, but the other way to ask that question is, you know, what makes a song. So if you had exactly the same music but different lyrics, is it the same song, or is it the lyrics that make the song, and actually the music could change, or the timing could change, or you could put it into a waltz, or
that's really interesting.
I don't know but that's the other way of looking at that question in a way, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah,
there's no right or wrong answer. Obviously, it's kind of what.
Yeah, for me, I would just say, like, if for Voyager, for example, if I was singing something different, it wouldn't be Voyager; it'd be a different song. So I think the weirdest thing for me is I usually write the music first, but the lyrics are almost what ground the song. It's almost like this floaty, airy, like, I have these ideas about music, I've recorded some guitars and all this, but once I can put something that means something to me on top of it, it's almost like a paperweight that, like, cements that into a certain place within, I guess, my musical repertoire. So I think the lyrics do kind of say, okay, this is this song, this is this song.
See, that's why I like that question, because it gives me an insight into whoever I'm asking it to. It's a
good question.
Yeah. It's a really interesting perspective on how you think about music, which I think is great. Listen, I haven't got anything else to ask other than to say thank you very much. It's been great to talk to you, and really nice to meet you and or virtually meet you and sort of talk through your tracks and your quick fire preferences and whatever else. So cheers, man. It's been great.
Thank you so much. Yeah, those are literally reuse those questions because they're fantastic. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, it's been a big pleasure.
Yes, thank you so much, Jeff, for coming back on the show. It's been a while, and it was so nice to catch up with you. And we'll have to have you back on the show again very, very soon.
Yeah, sounds good. Anytime, I will come by.
Well, I appreciate it, man. So, guys, Memorial is available on Western Jaguar's Bandcamp. Pick it up right now. You've heard 3 tracks of it, and it's a killer album, so be sure to pick it up. So, I want to say a big thank you to Jeff Trainer, who is Western Jaguar, and, man, we'll keep in touch and talk to you soon.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Mike.
Cheers, Jeff.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. And we gotta call Mike back. Just because Skype is that way. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, come on, Mike. You have your iPad right in front of you. Hello, Mike.
Hello.
Okay, buddy. you missed my little commentary beforehand. I was like, oh, come on, Mike, your iPad's right in front of you. because it kept ringing and ringing, right? It's like, oh, come on, pick up. Your iPad's right in front of you.
I was looking at the screen, but it wasn't making a noise.
Well, it's so weird because even though I pressed the hang up with Jeff, it hung up with you as well, and I don't know why, but either way, Skype problems, hashtag Skype problems.
It's synonymous with the show, and it kind of gives it a bit of its charm. I don't think we should ever change how we dial in.
Well, all right, eh? But a big thank you to Jeff Trainer, who is Western Jaguar, and that was awesome. And it's been a while since catch up with him, and he's a great guy, and we will have him back on the show very, very soon. So the next song we're going to get up to, initially I was going to play one Wolf Sunday tune, but I realized how short it was, and after, I don't know why I didn't think of it earlier, so we're going to change it up to I believe it was the first single off the new album, and this is a great song. This is Wolf Sunday with the Barstool Brawlers' Son. Dig this.
Since the day that you were born, you're singing heartfelt so torn, underdressed and all alone. Not your fault, you're living rough. This country never gave enough of a damn about what you do. It sees the world through the bottom of a glass. This tainted life is overcast. Drinking gets you into fights. You've been drinking every night, and you're drunk dry. Sees the world through the bottom of a glass. His tainted life is overcast. Drinking gets you into fights. You've been drinking every night, and you're drunk enough to strike a punch, but sober enough to run. Whoa, the night at the bus stop on the sun. So it's 1 for the money and 2 for the pain, 3 for the benefits and 4 for the rain. Whoa, the night of the bus stop on the sun. So it's 1 for the money and 2 for the pain, 3 for the benefits and 4 for the rain. Whoa, the night of the bus stop on the sun. Drinking gets you into fights. You've been drinking every night, and you're drunk enough to strike a punch, but sober enough to run. Sees him through the bottom of a glass, out of touch and out of class.
Nice. Wolf Sunday with the Barstool Brawler's Son. And it is on the new album, and I can't remember if it was the first single or if it was like an extra when you bought the album as like a digital download. But either way, it's a great song. And you know, what can you say about Wolf Sunday? We interviewed him, and he is such a cool guy. He's pretty much like a modern-day Tommy Chong sort of thing, and he's playing kind of punk folk, but it's cool as hell, and he's another guy that I love to see live, but it's a great tune, and always enjoy listening to him.
Yeah, he's absolutely top quality. He's so much fun to talk to, and he's just one of these guys that's just, you know, he's really, really passionate about what he does, and I love that passion in people. And he had a fantastic, you know, backstory, you know, recording his first album by breaking into a radio station late at night and using their equipment, stuff like that. It's just it's fantastic. That's a great track, and I think actually, you know, funny enough, one of the things that I always talk about with Wolf Sunday when we play his stuff is just how much energy and passion and everything else in there. But sometimes I wonder, you know, I'm not sure if I'm giving him enough praise for his actual songwriting as well, because that song is so smartly written and it's so beautifully done. Like that breakdown chorus in there and the way that the riff comes in and out and everything, it's just really, really well put together. And he really does take the time and the energy. And then he goes out on tour and does it with an acoustic guitar and gets a mosh pit started. And just like, what a legend. What a guy. But the album is really, really good. It really is one of my favourite albums of the year so far. I think he is excellent, and I'm really pleased he's put this out, because in his own words, it's the album he always wanted to make, and I can totally understand why. And he's taken the time and everything else to do it and redo it and tweak it, and just, you know, he hasn't rushed it. He hasn't. He's no longer breaking into radio stations.